Good afternoon, Corn Warriors Nation. It is a beautiful day here in Du Bois, Indiana. And we thought we'd stop by one of our Corn Warriors, Mr. Kevin Kalb, and we'd say a little hello and see if he's picking any corn. Oh, wait a second. He's not picking corn. He's cutting his beans. Very interesting. Let's go in and have a little look-see. He's running the red combine over here today, and looks like he put the bean header on to slice down these beans. I think Kevin heard that we've got a new show called The Podfather coming out, and he didn't want to be left out of the fun, so he decided to give his beans a little go today and see what kind of yields he can get. So here we are. It's a lovely day, lovely afternoon. He's got looks like his MacDon header on there, and the beans are looking pretty tasty today. I know Kevin said he's pretty impressed with how this field's looking so far, and he's looking to get some good numbers out of here. So yeah, it's a perfect day. Obviously today is a big day, not only for beans but for corn as well, and you might ask why, and the answer is Corn Warriors Episode 1 airs today on RFD TV. Yes, today is the big day, ladies and gentlemen. 5 o'clock Eastern Time, RFD TV. So if you don't have RFD, you better find somebody who does. And if you aren't home at 5, make sure you set your DVR or your cable recorder on to capture the action, because you're going to have a lot of great corn action coming your way. I believe our first episode features a couple different farmers, but you'll have to tune in and find out who. And for those of you that don't have cable, don't have RFD TV, and you're looking for a way to watch, well, if you go onto our webpage and you become a Yellow Gold member, you can watch it online. So there are options for you to see it. So back to the action here. This is Kevin Kalb, and he is cutting down these beans. I know he's looking to break 100, so I don't know what's going to happen. I'm hearing from some of the other Kalb members that these are some of the best beans they've seen in a long time. So I know he's hopeful to get something good. He's in the cab there with the wonderful director and creator of the Corn Warriors and the Podfather show, Seth Wood. They're having a little chat, hanging out in there, capturing some footage, talking up a storm and having a good time, while we're out here looking at those pods get chucked out the back as he harvests those beans. Let's take a look in the hopper here and have a little look-see at what kind of yields he's getting. Oh, very nice, very nice. You would almost think it's corn season. It almost looks like yellow gold. A little deceiving. It's not corn. It is beans. From a distance, you would think maybe that is some corn harvest in there, but yeah, he is surely cutting down those beans. So he's coming up here to the truck. He doesn't run any sidecars alongside his combine. He just has a semi-truck parked over here, a little Freightliner, parked on the side of the field where he comes up and drops everything off. And then he'll make his run over to the drop-off point where he's going to then sell those tasty beans. He had a little rain this morning. He was worried that he might not be able to pick today, but it turned out that everything dried up just in time for him to get in the combine and really start cutting those beans down. The weather is sometimes unpredictable here in Du Bois. Sometimes when it's raining everywhere else, it'll be dry as a lick here. And then he might get the rain and nobody else does. So it's hard to trust the weatherman in Du Bois, Indiana, that's for sure. If you want to leave any comments or questions for our Kevin Kalb harvester, you can let us know. Thank you, Alex, for tuning in. Glad you're enjoying the drone work. We're flying a little DJI Mavic Pro here today, for those of you who are into drones. And we're trying to get the action not only up here in the skies, but also in the cab. Seth Wood, the director and creator of the show, is in there interviewing Kevin right now. We're hopeful that we'll get to hear some of those interviews later on in the seasons. And if you're just tuning in, hey Linda, thank you for tuning in. If you are a fan both of corn and beans, we've got a new show coming up in January called The Podfather. It's going to follow a number of different farmers as they plant, grow, and harvest their soybeans. So I just got word he is about to take the head off, and looks like then he's going to park this baby. He just finished up this field. And so right now they're on the move to move this baby. Yes, copy that. We are live. We are live. So he's coming over here. He's going to throw this baby onto, looks like the transportation unit trailer. He's going to pull that head off. Because then I think he's getting close to switching over to corn. I don't know if he's going to hit corn today. You'd almost think if he's pulling the head off. Oh, probably moving to a different field. I believe we're moving to a different field. Everything else here is done. So we are most likely going to move over to a different location. So that means that in order to do so, if you're familiar with Kevin Kalb's fields, they're in a dispersed region roundabouts the county, and so he's got to take the head off, drive this combine, much like many of you around the Midwest. Sometimes you got to drive a bit to your fields to harvest. So he's going to pull this baby off, and then we'll head to the next field. Once we get to the next field, you'll have to tune in again. We'll probably do another live stream here and bring you some more live action. Oh yes, Linda is very familiar with the fields. She must be a huge fan of the show. Thanks, Linda. You know exactly what's going on here. You probably know more than I do, so maybe you can tell me, Linda, where are we going to next? I do not know. Well, we have a viewer right now from South Africa, and Kevin Kalb wants to give you a special hello. A special hello. All right. A special hello to, let me see who it was here again. Oh, I'm hearing a Danny Besta from South Africa. Thank you for tuning in. Kevin Kalb gives a special hello just to you. So there's Kevin. He's hopping out. Looks like he's unhooking the header here, and he is preparing to detach it from his red combine, and then he's going to get on the move to the next field. I think Gooms, who is one of the helpers here on the farm, will most likely be then pulling this this header to the next location, so that Kevin can keep on cutting down those beans. And you can see there's Seth. Seth is the director and creator of CornWarriors. He's up there just having a chat, helping out. We had a couple GoPros there on the combine, which we used to capture the action. That's pretty much how we get a lot of the close-up equipment footage. We put GoPros on the bars, or we'll put the GoPros on the wheels, on the header. Sometimes we'll put them in the cab. So a lot of the cameras that you're seeing on the show are actually GoPros. And so Seth there is grabbing the GoPros and repositioning them probably for the move, while Kevin detaches this baby from the Case IH combine. So for those of you that are just tuning in with us, thank you for joining. This is a little CornWarriors behind the scenes. We're at DuBois, Indiana with Kevin Kalb, and he has been harvesting some beans today, cutting down the beans. He's probably only a couple weeks away from picking corn, and so we wanted to check in and see how he's doing, and he was particularly impressed with how his beans are looking. So we decided we had to come out and have a little look today. I haven't heard what the yield monitor is showing yet, but the word is he's hoping to be breaking 100, which obviously for you soybean farmers, you're like, well, I can do that any day. But for Kevin Kalb, soybeans is not a regular high yielding commodity here on his farm. So for him, he's doing some pretty impressive numbers if he's breaking over 100 bushels here per acre in soybeans. Obviously, Kevin Kalb is well known for being a high yield corn man. And so he'll be picking corn here in just a couple weeks, and we'll be live streaming that as well. So if you want to see his planting, you can tune in tonight, 5 p.m. Eastern Time on RFD TV. It's the big night. Episode 1 of Corn Warriors is airing, and you're going to get to see the beginning of corn this year because our TV show follows the top corn farmers in America from planting to harvest. So episode 1 will air tonight, and you'll get to see what happened a few months ago at planting. And there's going to be a lot of great action in there. It's going to be awesome. And then our new show coming up in January, The Podfather, follows the top soybean farmers in America. So while Kevin and Seth here are coming back to the car to reposition, we will rejoin you once again as soon as we move to the next field. And thank you for everybody who's been watching so far. I know Kevin gives a big shout out to everybody who's joined us, so thank you for joining. Maybe we'll get Kevin over here to give a quick overview of what we've been doing here. Kevin, what have you been seeing? I know the folks are kind of curious to see that you're really harvesting those soybeans right now. They were expecting to tune in and see some corn.
Yeah, we're kind of shifting gears here a little bit. Cutting a few beans. Actually, we're cutting pretty good beans.
Nice.
Change of pace, kind of throwing everybody off here a little bit. Going from Corn Warriors to cut little beans here.
And the word is that those beans are looking pretty good today.
Oh, they're okay. I mean, they're not Chris Weaver type beans.
Sure.
But I think you'll be happy with them.
Yeah.
We're getting ready to go weigh them.
Okay.
Just kind of curious to see what they make.
Yeah, I think everyone else is curious too, because beans aren't a standard high-yielding commodity here on your farm, but this year they're looking pretty good.
Yeah, in fact, in our whole area, southern Indiana, they've been pretty good. Surprising, when we first started, we cut an old hill there that it's been manured for a lot of years and had zero management. And holy smokes, they were about the best beans we ever cut.
Wow.
And so we got down here and, we got 90 acres cut on this, and more than amazed with what they're making right now.
Would you say this is probably some of the best beans you've ever seen on your land?
They are the best beans I've ever seen.
These are the best beans. You heard it here.
Now, we got another plot at home where we actually did a high manage. We're kind of excited to see what they're going to be, but they're so green, it's going to be probably 1st of December before we can cut on them, as green as them things are. But I want to give a shout out to my buddy Danny Bester down in South Africa there.
All right, Danny.
Good to see you, bud. But anyway, we're going to go weigh these off and see what they make.
And how soon are we cutting corn, do you think? Picking corn, excuse me.
We probably in a week. We'll probably be cutting here in a week. We're shelling some corn here.
Well, we told everybody tonight's the big night, episode 1 of Corn Warriors. 5 o'clock Eastern Time tonight.
A lot of smack talking going on. I was talking to Seth here today. I didn't realize that I'm the second oldest one on there. Thank you, Dan.
Oh,
Dan is the oldest, so I gotta give him a shout out.
That's
Shout out
right.
there. But I tell you what, I'm starting to feel old. I realized that there's that many more young farmers out there.
Well, you can't tell by watching the show. You all look young, that's for sure. Keep eating your corn.
That's right. That's right, guys. Hey, nice talking to you guys.
All
Take
right,
care.
we'll see you guys soon.